everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thought it'd be fun to do an updated mask collection. I did a cleanser one. The mask one is not as large. I think I have more than this, but I don't know. I just went to my mask shelf and I grabbed all of the ones that kind of are on that shelf. Sometimes I have some hidden here and there, but I thought I would do an updated one, though not too much has changed. I kind of like the masks that I like. So let's first start with some that I've been using for the longest. The Black Rose by Sisley. Black Rose Cream Mask. So I have the three. I have the Express Flower Gel and also the Radiant Glow Express Mask. So the difference in all three, the Black Rose Cream Mask is very creamy. It's very similar to you're going to get somewhat similar results to the Express Flower Gel Mask. They're both very hydrating, very moisturizing. However, the Black Rose mask is much creamier, so it's designed to help plump a little bit more. This is a gel mask, so it's just for hydration. This is hydrating and toning. And then the Radiant Glow is more of an exfoliating mask. So this is going to give you just like an instant glow and just great at giving you just a nice, delicate exfoliation. I've been loving their masks for so many years. They are pricey, but most of the feedback I've gotten from my readers is that any of you that have purchased the mask, that have been interested in it, have really loved it. I always thought they were worth the splurge. But I have a lot of other different masks at all different price points that do very similar things. However, if you do love Sisley or you've been dying to try this mask, they definitely are fantastic. The Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior Plumping Mask. I love this stuff. I love it because it really plumps the skin. I notice a significant difference after using it. Obviously, my skin doesn't stay plump for weeks later, but I definitely know I can definitely see it really helps to plump things up and really help to hydrate. It's one of the few masks that I've ever tried that's a plumping mask, and I'm like, oh, I really saw a significant difference. This is one of my all-time favorite masks. In fact, I actually have two here. I have one unopened. I didn't even realize it. The Dermalogica Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask. I've been talking about this probably for 5+ years. And it's an ultra replenishing mask helping rescue stressed, aging skin. It is just a rescue mask. It just pulls your skin together. It helps hydrate, it helps smooth, it helps brighten. If you need kind of a boost before you're going somewhere, maybe you're getting ready for a big event and you need something to kind of pull your skin together, this is great. If you wake up in the morning and your skin is dull, dry, just sallow, awful, this will immediately bring it back to life. It is such a fantastic mask. So many of you have purchased it over the years after my recommendation and have fallen in love with it as well. I can't recommend it enough. It will always be a top mask and I will always have it in my collection. A great mask for calming the skin is the Evercalm Ultra Comforting Rescue Mask from Ren. This is great to do just that, to calm the skin, help if you have any irritation, redness, or if your skin is very sensitive. This is a newer mask to me. I had it in my collection and I finally pulled it out one day to try it and I was like, oh, well, I love this stuff. The Alchemy Moisture Brightening Mask. I have a lot of moisture masks. I love moisture masks. But this one really helped to brighten the skin. I did notice a significant difference versus just adding some moisture into the skin and helping hydrate it. I noticed that my skin was a lot brighter after removing this. Also helps to soothe and calm irritation. So another great one if your skin is feeling a little irritated or red and you just kind of need things to calm down. What's another good calming mask? Got some here. The Mega Mushroom Relief by Dr. Andrew Weil for Origins. The whole Mega Mushroom line is fantastic if your skin is sensitive, irritated, just acting out. It really helps to restore calmness, resiliency to the skin, helps to just give it some relief. I love the Soothing Treatment Lotion. I love the mask. It's fantastic. Also, the Hello Calm. It's a relaxing and hydrating mask with cannabis sativa seed oil. This is just a nice calming mask, relaxing mask. I mean, it's not a significantly high price point, so it's just nice. Compared to the Mega Mushroom, you're gonna see more calming with the Mega Mushroom. But if you want just something, I don't know, try something different, then this one is nice. That's what I say, it's nice. The Eve Lom Rescue Mask. If you've been following my blog or my YouTube channel for any length of time, you know I've been talking about the Rescue Mask forever. It does, it rescues the skin. It helps to detoxify it. It helps to brighten it, hydrate it, give it a slight bit of exfoliation. It's one of those masks that manages to do everything, and you're like, how does it do everything? But it does. It really, it's you can almost get rid of I would never, because I love masking, I love having different options. But if you're one of those people that you're like, I'm just trying to pare down, this is a great mask that can replace a lot of other masks because it tackles so many things. A great exfoliating mask, the Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask from Ren Skincare. This is kind of just a thin gel that you put over the skin, and it's closer to like a peel. So it's gonna give you a good strong exfoliation. Not too strong. It's not gonna be, I would say like it's in the medium category. But I would always patch test first to see. But afterwards, my skin is very glowy, very fresh. It looks like you've had a facial. My favorite thing to do is use like a mask like that and follow up either with a face oil, just like pack the face oil on, or follow up with a really moisturizing, hydrating mask to kind of put some moisture back into the skin once my skin has had a great exfoliation. I love that. All right, where am I going next? All right, these I talked about a few months ago in a post, and I still love them. The Elemis Superfood Mask. So this is the Berry Boost, and it's a little more of a purifying mask. So it's slightly like a clay mask. It doesn't dry down like a clay mask does, thank goodness, because often clay masks just dry the heck out of my skin. I understand they're trying to pull out the impurities. I get that, but they don't have to pull out every bit of moisture left in my skin. Ugh. But this is nice because it helps to purify the skin and decongest the skin without drying it out. And then the Vital Veggies Mask. I love this. It's kind of like a green juice for your face mask. It's green, and it just feels very calming, soothing, hydrating. I love the whole Elemis line, but these two especially I love from the Superfood line. Okay, this will definitely be my best of beauty. I already know it. I've talked to you guys before about the Colleen Rothschild Intense Hydrating Mask. That's what it is. It's an intense hydrating mask, and it does all of that. It's a gel form, kind of a creamy gel, and it just gets the job done. It's one of those like no muss, no fuss, hydrating mask that's gonna put moisture into the skin, and it's wonderful. You need it. It's gonna be my best of beauty. I do love a lot of different masks, hydrating masks, but that one, when I tried it, I was like, oh no, this gets the job done. Remember how I said I like to use an exfoliating mask and follow up with a moisture mask sometimes? I love to use that moisture mask after a lot of different exfoliating masks. In fact, her pomegranate and AHA resurfacing mask, so this is an exfoliating mask. This followed by her intense hydrating mask is the most wonderful combination together. In fact, after I did a post on these, one of you sent me a message and said that you had tried that combo and you were like, it really made your skin feel amazing. Doing the exfoliating mask, following up with the intense hydrating mask, so you're getting a little bit of both, that exfoliation, then some moisture. It's wonderful. Then I've got a lot of powder masks that you like mix with water and kind of paint on the skin. I have some that I like and some that I love. So the May Lindstrom Problem Solver, this is intense. I've said that before. It's a good mask to like pull out all the impurities and the junk in your skin. But it's intense. Like meaning like when I put it on, I can feel it kind of tingling on my skin. And if my skin's feeling very irritated, it will burn. So I can't use it when my skin is irritated, and can't leave it on for a very long time because it really makes my skin very dry, and it almost gives it an exfoliation afterwards. I just find that it's intense, and it's almost too intense for me. And I have two others that I like that manage to do the same thing, but I don't know how they don't make my skin feel as dry or exfoliate as roughly, I feel like, as this one does. I love a lot of May Lindstrom products, but that one was a little too intense for me. The Odysite Skin Perfecting Beauty Mask. is fantastic because it helps to remove all those impurities, but it doesn't make and slightly exfoliate, but doesn't make my skin feel dry or uncomfortable afterwards. And then this one, again, I've been talking about it for years. I'm trying to eke out every last bit of it. The Signature Mineral Mask by MV Organics. This is a powder mask that you mix with water and you kind of paint on the skin with a brush or whatnot. And it manages to calm the skin. Very soothing, very calming, while still decongesting the skin. This is very gentle. The entire, most of the MV Organics line in general is so wonderful for irritated, dry, sensitive skin. But this mineral mask, if you find that you can't use a lot of clay masks or detoxifying masks that pull out impurities because your skin is so sensitive and everything kind of irritates it, this is a great option to try. It is so delicate and gentle, but still gets the job done, gets your skin clean. The Tata Harper Resurfacing Mask. This is one of the first products that I tried from her. I still really love it. It's a great mask to give you an instant glow. It's kind of like a jelly. It's almost like marmalade. And you paint it on, just a very thin layer, gives a nice exfoliation. You remove it with a warm cloth and your skin looks very fresh and like you've just had a facial. Then I have a few fresh masks here. The Rose Face Mask and the Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. The Rose Face Mask is like a gel texture. It's very thin, almost slightly watery, very calming, very pampering. It has rose petals in it. It's really nice. It really helps to hydrate the skin. I mean, it's not the best hydrating mask that I have, but it's nice. It smells wonderful. It's a great pampering experience. The Instant Perfecting Mask, the Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask, this is great because it does help to firm the skin. That's what I noticed. It helps to calm, soothe it, soften the skin, but I noticed it's a thicker texture, so it really helps to firm the skin. So that's a great mask if you're looking for some firming. Then I'm talking about this one for a long time. This is more of a peel, but I still keep it in my mask category. It's the Arcona Raspberry Resurfacing Peel. I do love a lot of different peels. This is an exfoliating mask, but they call it a peel. And it's still like probably one of my favorites. It does such a good job. You definitely need to patch test this because it is strong. I think why I love it more than anything else is because like afterwards my skin literally feels textureless. It has a glow to it. It looks fresh. It looks like fresh, brand new baby skin. Whereas some peels, I mean, they just do, I don't know, I just always notice that this went a step extra. I don't know. Sometimes the difference is so slight, but I've been using this also for so long and it's just never let me down. So I kind of always have a soft spot towards it because every time I use it, I'm like, oh, it's like an instant facial in a tube. The Dr. Jart Hydro Sleeping Mask. I don't like to use this to sleep in. I feel like it's a little too thick. I like to use this more as a mask to just kind of cover the skin and wipe off with a tissue or a warm cloth. It's okay. It's not the best ever. The Origins Drink Up Intensive. It's overnight hydrating mask. I, once again, don't like to use this overnight. I feel like it's too thick. For me, I like to use it kind of a tissue off mask. My skin there's very few overnight masks. There's one over here that I actually can use overnight, which I like. But this one I just like as a tissue off mask. It's nice. Compared to like the Mega Mushroom, I love that mask. This mask is nice. It's a good one for the price point. The Dr. Roebuck's Icebergs Hydrating Mask. If you want something a little more natural or from a more natural beauty brand, this is a great hydrating mask. Very no muss, no fuss. I know it's very like, how do you pick one, Mary? I don't know. Sometimes it's just, if a brand speaks to you, if the price point speaks to you, if your girlfriend's been using this line and you've heard about it from her, I don't know. It's like so many of them do the same thing, very similar things, and it's just a matter of kind of what speaks to you. Sometimes the packaging does, sometimes the scent does. There's so many different things. Okay, I just have a few more left. The Perricone MD Refreshing Shower Mask. This is a mask that you put on in the shower and it uses the heat and steam to kind of activate the mask. and it's wonderful. It's just like this nice, you rinse it off, you leave it on while you're doing your thing in the shower, then rinse it off. My skin felt very like fresh, exfoliated, plump, like I had had a mask on in the shower. I don't know, I took it off and I was like looking in the mirror and I was like, whoa, my skin just looked ready for the day. I just put on a little bit of moisturizer and some sunscreen and it looked amazing. So this is such a fun product, especially if you're someone that maybe you like to just, multitask. This is great. You can put it on when you're shower. I mean, I use a lot of these masks in the shower, but if you want to like an actual shower mask, so you can do two things at once, this is a great one. Another great moisture mask is the Clarks Botanicals, the Deep Moisture Mask. This is lovely. This is one of the ones that it's very thick, very creamy. I like to leave this on for a while, like 20 or 30 minutes. I'm gonna put this on and then I'm gonna put on some TV and just lay back and relax because it's very calming. It just makes my skin feel very plump, very buoyant, very hydrated. This is really unique. This is a brightening mask and exfoliating treatment. So it's a liquid and a charcoal mask, but I don't find that it really strips my skin too much. And I just kind of, it says like apply a quarter-size dollop to damp or dry skin. I like damp, and just massage gently. So it's it doesn't feel too scrubby. I just kind of massage it in and leave it on for a minute or two and then rinse it off. And it really does a nice job of helping to detoxify the skin, pull out impurities without really drying it, making it too dry. And I like that you can use it on wet skin, and it's also, you don't have to leave it on for a long time, especially with a lot of clay masks. Sometimes, like after like 3 or 4 minutes, I'm like, oh, my skin, it needs to move. So I like that this gets the job done, but I don't have to wait that long or let it sit on my skin for a very long time. Now, an overnight mask that I really do love is the SK2. They're these, they came out with an overnight, it's called the Overnight Miracle Mask, and they're little pods. And I actually could use these overnight, and I really love them. They gave me all the great benefits of the SK2 line, like the Essence and the sheet masks. My skin was very glowy when I woke up in the morning, very plump, very hydrated. It's just everything that I know from the SK2 line, this delivered on. However, the little pod, I find I can use it like 4 times maybe. I get a lot out of this because I just use a thin layer as my last step before I go to bed, because if I use too much, it's too thick and then I'm like stuck to the pillow. So this, but I like that because I feel like you can get your money's worth. And because you would think like a little pod like that, and there's only, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 in here. And you're like, oh, I'm paying all that money just for like 6 or 7 uses. I was able to get a good, like, I think 4 uses out of it. But if you use the whole thing, you know, you're not going to get as many uses out of it. But I find that I just needed a small amount, and it was lovely. And I could use it overnight and just soaked right into my skin. And that's it. That is my current mask collection. I'm sure I have more like hanging out on another shelf that fell behind something and I didn't see it. So if you see something else, you're like, hey, you didn't talk about that mask, that's probably because I couldn't find it. So I will link everything that I talked about down below. We'd love to know what your favorite masks are. Oh, wait. I know you guys are going to ask me, what are my favorites? Oh, yeah. Well, the Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask from Dermalogica, it's one of the best. I've always loved it. Do love the Arcona Resurfacing Peel. I love it. Colleen Rothschild is just a great, no muss, no fuss, hydrating mask. Intense hydrating mask. I love this MV Organics to pull out impurities. I do love my Sisley masks. I like the Black Rose the most. Let's just stick with that because I feel like I could go through. Oh, I do love my Eve Lome Rescue Mask. That's a really good mask. That can knock out a bunch of other ones. But yeah, I love to mask, but I kind of know what I like. And so I kind of stick with ones that I like, but I like to have a selection. I like to try different things. My face needs different things depending on how it's feeling, the time of the year, the time of the month. So I like to have a selection, but those are ones, first of all, that I've been using for a long time, most of them, and they're like tried and true. So I'll link everything I talked about down below. Would love to know your favorite masks, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.